A very good evening viewers, karibuni sana. Tuambatane niwape ujumbe kuhusu the Homabay Linda Mwananchi Rally. Jina langu ni James Mwindi. Today, the Sunday 16th of August 2026, attention was shifted to Homa Bay County as the Linda Mwananchi movement held a political mobilization tour in the region. The movement, associated with Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, Siaya Governor James Orengo, Embakasi East MP Babu Owino, Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya, and other leaders entered Homa Bay amid heightened political tension. The question today is not only what the leaders are saying, but also why the arrival of the movement has been accompanied by road blockades, confrontations, and a heavy security presence. So, what exactly happened in Homa Bay? Nitakupatia ujumbe huu jinsi mambo yalivyokuwa kuanzia asubuhi, and the Linda Mwananchi team began its Homa Bay program with a leadership meeting and then proceeded with planned public engagement, including a rally in Nyandiwa. Reports from the ground indicate that the movement convoy eventually entered Homa Bay despite attempts to restrict access to some areas. Some areas the roads were blocked, some people were fighting, some people were throwing stones to each other. That is the ODM followers fighting the Linda Mwananchi followers. Hao viongozi wamezungumzia mambo mengi ambayo yanaonyesha kwamba wako tayari kulinda mwananchi. At the Nyandiwa rally, Senator Edwin Sifuna also spoke about his political break with ODM, linking the beginning of his problems. The statement is significant because it gives some context to the political differences behind the current mobilization. Hapo Edwin Sifuna akaelezea mengi kuhusu jinsi alivyotoka pale kwenye chama cha ODM na akazungumzia yale ambayo yalimpata mpaka kukafikia kifo chake marehemu Albert Ojwang. The biggest story from Homa Bay today has been the tension surrounding the rally. Early this morning, sections of roads leading into and out of Homa Bay were reportedly blocked with large stones. Reports indicate that roads became difficult or impossible for motorists to use. At Oyugi's junction, tires were also reportedly set on fire. Importantly, the identity and motivation of the people responsible for some of these road blockades and incidents had not been independently established at the time of reporting. So it would be wrong to simply accuse a particular political group without evidence, and that is why our members on the ground are trying to do thorough investigation to get the exact leaders who had incited youths and other idlers to block the roads and also cause mayhem. There were also reports of attacks and property damage linked to the tense political environment. The Standard reported that AFP correspondent Fred Oko was assaulted and robbed of his camera and driving license while covering the events in Homa Bay. This is really uncalled for because every other politician has a right to hold a rally anywhere in the Republic of Kenya. Why are people attacking the news people? Why are they attacking journalists? This is something that needs to be addressed, and it will only be addressed by the political leaders who are concerned. There was also a report on attack on Homa Bay tourist hotel on Saturday night, according to a police report cited by Citizen Digital. Youths entered the hotel, damaged property, and took some items. Another incident involved former Bungoma Governor Wycliffe Wagamati, who claimed that his convoy was attacked at Asumbe Junction while he was traveling towards Homa Bay. These incidents are serious, very, very serious. But it is important to distinguish between what has been independently reported and what individual political actors are alleging. The National Police Service has warned politicians, organizers, and supporters against incitement and conduct likely to cause a breach of peace. The Homa Bay rally is particularly sensitive because of the political divisions surrounding ODM and the wider 2027 political contest. Let me put it that from the last and past few days, Mheshimiwa Edwin Sifuna has been having large crowds following him with the Linda Mwananchi political divide, and this is really raising political temperatures and causing some kind of fears to the sitting government. It is nothing hidden. The Linda Mwananchi is willing to cooperate with other parties in the opposition to make sure that the sitting government quits the seats. Linda Mwananchi leaders are positioning themselves around issues including democracy, human rights, political freedom, and greater mobilization of ordinary citizens. Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma has criticized what he described as one-term slogans and challenged the Linda Mwananchi team to recognize development projects undertaken by President William Ruto. He cited some places whereby development has been done. The Linda Mwananchi leadership says that even if there is any project or even if there is any development that has been done in Homa Bay, it has been done with exaggerated figures. They have statistics to show and confirm their allegations. Remember, this is not our information. It is the information that we've gathered from those political leaders. And indeed, they want to show the public what the government has not been able to do in the past 4 years. And that is why today's rally at Homa Bay had tensions, and it was indirectly being unwanted and being bad and being put in a situation whereby the leadership of the Linda Mwananchi had fears of attacks. And as we had indicated earlier, there were attacks in some areas. At the same time, Governor Gladys Wanga has previously rejected the fears that the rally would necessarily become violent, arguing that political competition should be based on ideas and the ballot rather than confrontations. This means the Homa Bay contest is not simply about one rally. It reflects a much wider political struggle over the direction of Nyanza politics ahead of the 2027 general elections. Remember that Governor Gladys Wanga is one of the key leaders who are from ODM and supporting the Kenya Kwanza government. she has been so vocal protecting the leadership of President William Ruto, which is her right. The same way it is the right of the opposition to show the common mwananchi what the government has done and what the government has not done. What does Linda Mwananchi want? That is a crucial question that we need to ask ourselves. So what is the bigger message behind Linda Mwananchi? The movement is presenting itself as a platform for citizens who want stronger democratic accountability, protection of human rights, and political unity. Its leaders have also been challenging the existing political establishment and seeking to build support directly to Mwananchi. For residents, however, political slogans will ultimately be judged against political, practical issues people want. For example, for some time we've heard the youth saying that they were promised jobs within and beyond the oceans abroad, and up to date they're saying, if anything, they have lost jobs. The youths who have been working in town, they've been sent home because investors have really closed their businesses, saying that the taxes, the house rent has gone so high. So if I had 4 workers and I have closed down my shop and looked for an alternative, the 4 will be jobless. And when the Mwananchi is jobless, then we expect a lot of problems within the country. So Linda Mwananchi is talking about the joblessness that is evident in our country. They want affordable and accessible health care. They want good roads. They want good health care. They're saying that if at all SHA is working to some people and not some employees. Like the other day, we had the threats of demonstrations by some workers who are saying that when they go to hospitals, to be precise, those were the teachers, that when they go to hospitals, they're told that SHA will not cover them. So these are some of the things that Linda Mwananchi is talking about. Notably, Linda Mwananchi leadership, they're saying that we need quality education. They're saying we need economic opportunities, and we want quality leadership that has no corruption, leadership that is not concerned with, or leadership that has never been allegedly been involved with shooting Gen Zs, killing them, sending them to places where they've never been found, and to have leadership that really offers what they promised. Viewers, as the Linda Mwananchi tour continues in Homa Bay today, one thing is already clear. This has become much bigger than an ordinary political gathering. There have been large crowds, political disagreements, road blockades, security deployments, and reports of confrontations. But Kenya's political future cannot be decided through violence or intimidation. Whether one supports Linda Mwananchi, ODM, President William Ruto, or another political formation, citizens have a constitutional right to participate in political activities peacefully. The important question now is this: will today's political mobilization produce meaningful solutions for Mwananchi, or will it simply deepen political divisions? We are aware that ODM split into two. We have the Oburu's side and we have the Sifuna's side. And notably, Sifuna went with a larger percentage of ODM. Homa Bay has spoken through the crowds and the political activity we have witnessed today. Now the responsibility is on the leaders to turn political competition into constructive debate, peaceful mobilization, and practical solutions. And viewers, what is your view? Is Linda Mwananchi giving ordinary Kenyans genuine alternative, or is this simply another stage in the race towards 2027? Leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and share this video.